Here we are again on the twitch.tv/the Xisuma, doing the Hermitcraft. Doing that Hermitcraft. Thank you for bananas in chat from Floyd, Forgill and Lucaro, letting me know that we're live. And as you can see, since we last streamed, I have finished this cocoa bean. Why am I hitting it with my axe? You know? It's the whole point. I'm thinking, oh, might accidentally chop down some wood. Hang on a minute, there's a reason I did all this redstone. Right, there's a good old reason. I got a topic that I kind of want to jump into pretty quickly today. I'm working on a video about how I run the Hermitcraft server. God, listen to that voice. haven't actually done like any recording today. I've been script writing, making a video about how I run the Hermitcraft server. And if you're on the second channel, I'll be looking out for those comments. Feel free to leave them down below, because yeah, I kind of want to, like, you know, jam-pack this video with lots of relevant information. And I think when people ask how do you run the Hermitcraft server, it can mean multiple things, you know, like social or technical, or maybe you're asking about a particular thing. So if any of you have questions like that, like X, how do you run the Hermitcraft server, which is like something I'll get in my stream chat from time to time, it'd be cool if you could elaborate on what that kind of question means to you. I want to take some notes and get some more ideas for my video, because I've laid out a whole bunch of stuff, and I don't want like it to feel like people can walk away from the video with more questions. So I kind of want to cover all bases, if that makes sense. Now, just looking at my chat straight away, I'm probably going to have to repeat myself over and over again, because peeps are mostly just tuning in. Winter Pearl Bear says, I wish Minecraft let you make hot chocolate. Well, there you go. Well, there you go. You know, there's probably a mod for that. Speaking of hot drinks, I got a cup of tea here. Good old cup of tea. And now we've got a noise in the ear. It's Catkin63 for 56 months. I've missed watching you since work from home ended. Ah, back in the office, I see. Thank you so much for 56 months, really appreciate it. Do the hermits get upset with each other at times? I'm gonna make a note. Like, I'm gonna reword your question to hermit drama ? Dealing with personnel issues. Yeah. You know, I will touch on that kind of topic to some extent in this video, but I'm not going to word it like the same way you did. But it's still, what you're saying is helpful if I've not made that clear. Like, I need to know what y'all think about how does X run Hermitcraft, and that'll help me make, like, this video more complete. Mon PJC is here for 32 months, saying yay, half a stack, keep up the good work, enjoying your content as always. What are your views on the 1.20 mobs so far? I will do a video tomorrow when the third one is revealed. I wasn't expecting them to roll it out so quick like that. I thought they'd take their time a bit more. The first two, I mean, I've watched the videos a couple of times each, and they don't like look like, the concept art doesn't look very Minecrafty, which isn't really like a knock or anything like that. I'm not saying it's a problem, but I don't know, they're giving me a real vibe of, like, not feeling aesthetically. I must say I love the one that lays the eggs much more though, because it looks like it goes from an egg to a small mob to a massive mob, and that could be a really interesting progression. How do you pick a seed? So that would be decision making as a group. Great question. Technical side will be interesting optimizations. Yeah, that's the stuff I've more got figured out for the video. Like, I can't really go into the weeds of running a Minecraft server, like, you know, too technical. I can give you the sort of list of mods, and we do this, we do that, you know. But it's the more social stuff is where I know the questions are going to be different. When were the hermit meetings started as a regular practice? What happens if a hermit can't attend for a long time? Okay, so this is gonna give me a couple of questions here. I mean, I think I was going to cover the meetings thing already, but you just give me a prompt to make sure I include that. So thank you. What video are you talking about? Says Lunar Collider. I'm going to make a video about how I run the Hermitcraft server. And I want it to be, like, very useful for anyone watching. I want the viewer to get the answers they are looking for, essentially. And I don't know what all those questions are going to be. So I need to ask all of you to help me figure that out. And it's really easy for you, because y'all have probably got loads of questions, stuff that I just take for granted. And I think we're focusing on the social aspect as opposed to the technical one. I'm just reading my mods questions here. Yeah, I've got a couple more notes to write down then. Some of these questions are like really specific, but then I just realized they're not really about that. It's about like decision making as a group. So that'll probably be like a whole topic. Yeah, like how often does the server crash? The server pretty much never crashes these days. Like, I feel like Season 9 has been our probably best performing, most stable setup. Season 7 got pretty taxed. Do we have someone who covers the admin side of things if I'm unable to? Yeah, we do. I mean, and there's different levels of administration. I'm more of sort of a middleman, I guess. Like, I coordinate all sorts of different things. Just, I don't know what I'm doing. When you focus on your chat, then all of a sudden, like, you're focusing on the game less. It's Jessassin, right? Jessassin helps out, yeah. Jess does a lot of helpful things for us here and there. Oh gosh, my voice. Barely spoken today. It has now occurred to me. Yeah, sometimes it's like that. I come to stream and it's like, oh, I haven't actually like really said much all day, and then your voice is a bit ropey. More used to that feeling if it's a morning stream. Also, I think I might have missed a noise in my ear. Tired Soup TV, thank you for the Prime. Apologies if I missed that. Some vocal warm-ups to get going, says Anartha. I actually did that. Obviously, maybe not enough. Middleman, what do you mean by that, says Lunar Collider. A middleman is someone who goes between other parties. You'll encounter them a lot in life, as they tend to be rather prominent. Okay, a bunch of heads, bunch of bones. I think I've got some bones in my backpack. Yep, loads there. That's almost too many. In fact, yeah, Gigapie. Let's use this one here. I'm going to put that one back. In fact, I know I don't need that right now. Look, that's where those things should be. Sort this out a little bit. Alright, so all of that can go in there. And then we'll use this. Cool, and we'll continue to fill up some chests with dye while I figure things out. How do you decide to end a season? That's an interesting question. What's the hardest thing about Hermitcraft being so open to the public? like, there's a great question in there, but like, what's hard about it being open to the public? I think I don't understand your definition of like open to the public. It's white dye, that one. And then go through several layers of crafting. Ritata Moon! 6 months, thank you so much. AUX, AU to you too. Thank you for subscribing. I'm just going to chuck that odd 27 in there, where it would normally go. Would be nice to have like a button on the keyboard to like, I don't know, take thing out of crafting. Ooh. Ooh, that... I know someone who can make a mod for that. Like, having a hotkey that's just like take out a crafting bench maybe helps a little bit. I've started to think so much more about ways in which you can change the game. Pain in the 74, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. Pain in the 74. We were almost going to talk about the mob vote, weren't we? How to deal with spoilers, great question. Okay, you've definitely given me some great food for thought. At some point I'll say, we'll close the book on that, and if you want to send me further thoughts, Twitter would be the place to do so. Discord channels where you share fan art, Hermitcraft, something of the sort. You give me another idea of a talking point? Yes, some really good talking points now are coming to light. What is this texture pack X? Labeled shulkers would be so helpful. It is one that I covered in my recent Hermitcraft episode, so you can find a link to it there. There we go, we made too much. Or did we make enough? With open to the public, I mean that everything you do on the server get noticed by many people as you all make videos. Yeah, it's not really like a problem or an issue or anything of that nature, because it is what Hermitcraft is. Like it's the point. So like, I don't know. It's like going to McDonald's and being like, "You sell burgers here? How do you deal with that?" Like, that's what Hermitcraft is. It's a public open place that everyone plays on. If you came to it not understanding that, then you know. Now you see, more ideas are popping into my head. We had a former hermit. I'm not sure if this is public info or not actually, but it's so long ago and it's really just like harmless that I'm just gonna tell you the story. But we had someone join who basically didn't actually understand what we were, and the way that they played Minecraft was that they did things in creative mode between switching to survival. And this was when I think just everyone had op. Long time ago. We had none of the tools we have now for running a server. So it was just one of those things, everyone had OP in case something goes wrong and you can fix it. And they were found playing in creative mode. And it was like, no, we don't do that here, like, it's not how it goes. So we explained it to them. They, all right, okay, I understand. You know, all good. Let's let's move on, kind of thing. And then they were found doing it again, and then not long after that they left. And it was no big drama, no big problem. It was just like I think they kind of realised that they weren't here for the same reasons we were, and then they just kind of went. So. It was just like a thing. What did I come back here to check? Oh yeah, so like we've done... Oh, we haven't done red. But the other colours we can certainly do. Okay, wow. Mods, thank you so much for picking up on all these questions. I'm going to add a few extra notes then. Okay. A lot of these questions I'm getting at the moment, they're just going to tie into like everything, like into other things that I'll be able to answer. But it's good to have like a feeler for how far those things spread out. Alright, thank you to all the peeps contributing in the chat. A9 Sir is here for 18 months saying, hello, I'm here. Honestly wasn't sure what to say in the resub share. No issues at all, man. Thank you for 18 months. Sometimes we ain't just got something to say, right? Pulse1147, thank you ever so much for 52 months. It's also been 16 minutes. It's time to drink this tea, right? Goo Milker, that is a really weird but interesting question, because like I can't put an example of what you're asking. I feel like you just might be reading into things a little too much. Like, not all personalities gel the same way, and I think you're interpreting that as something different. Is being family friendly enforced? How does that work? Did these all just run out? Did they run out that quick? I did. No way did I think. Dang, that was fast. Dang, I did not and they all give you double as well. Well, I think we got what we need. Possibly actually not, I don't know, maybe not enough? Might need some extra bits here. Right, and I think that's everything. Leaving me just enough to move it all back down. Okay. I'll answer your question about family friendly right now. It's not an enforced thing, it's just a like-minded thing, you know? Like-minded people are drawn to one another. We've got a group of particular type of content creator. You know, we're not going to go asking, you know, Captain F and Jeff over there to join us, right? That wouldn't be a fit. Captain effin' and Jeffin'. Always effin' and Jeffin', eh? Never gives up on it. Minecraft is obviously a children's game also, says I'm going to leave. I disagree strongly. I think it's a game of that people of all ages can play. I think there's often a misconception that if a child can access something and be a part of it, that it's made for them, which is not true. Well, yeah, not true all the time. Like, there was this big scare a while back on YouTube about content creators and new laws and legislations coming in, and what does it mean for us, and there was a lot of doom and gloom and big scare. And essentially, when we got to the bottom of understanding what it meant, there is a big distinction between content that is created for children and content that children can watch. So we do not fall under the classification of content for children, because we are not aiming it at children. It is not made for children, right? And an example of this would be like Teletubbies versus... or let's go with cartoons, right? Like Rugrats versus The Simpsons. So Rugrats... Actually, I think Rugrats has a bit of like that multi-layered thing going on. Okay, let's go back to Teletubbies, right? Teletubbies or The Simpsons? You know, The Simpsons is for not just kids but for adults to enjoy, whereas Teletubbies is just aimed at kids. Same thing basically goes for Minecraft and goes for Hermitcraft. Kids can enjoy it, but it's made for a broader audience. And it's not aimed at or targeted at kids either. Let's go back to the Teletubbies is a sentence I'd have never heard X to say. There's this video somewhere on YouTube of like me out of context, and it's an interesting edit. I feel like that's one of the things you'd see in a video like that. Just clip it randomly, and it's like, oh, that's different. My thinking here is like once I've got like everything here, I'm probably this is gonna do me the rest of the season, right? Just having this like die shulker box to pull from all the time. Will there be a Hermitcraft stream weekend someday? I imagine there will. I feel like what it needs is a bit more, I don't know, like something to tie everyone's streams one to the other, but I don't know what that would be. Just feel like it needs something big and grandiose to return because we've done it so much. Do Hermitcraft members have to sign any NDAs or contracts? No. Let me write that one down. Right, I think we'll call it that on that topic. I've got some really great questions, and I'm not sure there's too many other avenues for it to go, so we'll call it there, let's say. You can see we got the right amount of like flowers out of this. I just did not expect the dispensers to like chew through that so quickly. Oh yeah, we don't even have like a shulker box for yellow dye yet. And I guess I need one for orange too. And then I'm going to be out of chests. I'm sure I saw some in one of these. One of those, one of these. What is it, please? Chapter Corey here for 26, saying started subscribing when I started my job. It is crazy to think that I'll be finished by December. Wow, over 2 years. 2 years working at your job, that's cool. And thank you, my dude. Thank you so much for the subscription. Let's get an orange one going, because that is the other thing I want to make. The Vixen 38, 44 months, saying, hello sir, not sure if it's been asked before, but are there any plans for more Clash at the Creators events? If not, that's fine, just wondering. Thank you for everything, I hope you have a nice day. No more planned, because I think the thing is essentially dead now. When we realised it wasn't working anymore, we did plan to do one more, and then that never came to be. And you know how you like when you know something's like finished, and it's like, you know, one more month. It's just at some point you just realise it's over. So it was a great, really fun thing while it lasted, but it came to be, you know. I need to get some more bones. Not really. Actually, I'll just take all of this. I'm not really sure how much I actually need for what's left. Oh, and what about these ones? Yeah, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need like 5 stacks of each of those too. What are your thoughts on the Sniffer / Rascal? So I never really finished my thoughts, but I'd say for the most part they haven't got my imagination running. I've not been terribly interested. I don't know. Sounds a bit harsh. Don't mean it that way. I don't know. They just, in the past, these mob votes felt a little more interesting in one way or another. Oh, I left some of these on, did I? Wow, that was bad of me. we'll put 5 into that one there. The noises here. Imagine the flower farm content you'd have next update. Assuming that the next update adds more flowers? I don't know why you would assume that. The adding of mobs doesn't do much anymore, says One Iron. I'd agree, actually. I'd agree. It feels like, you know, there's a lot of mobs in the game, and if you're going to introduce one that fundamentally changes the game to some extent, it's going to have to be like a real big deal, and these ones kind of don't look like that. They don't look like a big deal. You know, like, at some point, the game needs like a new like thing, as opposed to just like, oh, new biome, new block, new mob. There's other ways of approaching it. I think the best idea we've had here was the dimension idea, where it's not a new dimension, but it's a new way to see the world. So like layering in a hidden dimension. Thought that was super cool. Right, that's all of that bit done. Then we got to do some of the... No, the red one's done, so now we just got to do the orange. And I haven't done the pink. Get all of that in there. Still need a little bit more. My Shoe Bert is not the name of my shoe. It's My Shoe Bert here subscribing for 35 months. Thank you so much, my dude. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're entertained, having a good time hanging out with us today. We got Magmaloon here with the Prime. And Onomatopoeia88 has subscribed. Thank you so much. I remember someone else called Onomatopoeia used to subscribe a lot some time ago. But you need to think of 3 big things, ideally in the same theme, says Bingo Lingo. Nah, you see, that's the other constraint of the mob vote, is like, now people think the only way to do it is like voting, right? Like, they should introduce something and not do a mob vote, like, simples. I really don't like the mob vote. The more and more I think about it, because it's like you present these cool ideas and then they get shelved forever, and they tend to just create like a lot of disappointment and negative discussion amongst the player base. I mean, that could be just like a vocal minority thing again, which is a topic that I think is like misunderstood a lot. What vocal minority is, right? Like, a vocal minority is the idea that the vocalized portion of like the player base or the audience is vocal. So like with the chat report update recently, if you were like pulled into all of that and had a strong opinion on it, you could feel like, you know, like, listen to the player base, we're so angry. But not realize that even with such an uproar, all the people who are shouting and are upset online are still probably a vocal minority, right? And like, how do you actually gauge? Can you get every single active Minecraft player to tell you their opinion on it, to vote or something? If you can pull that off, then you can get a representation of who thinks what. But you know, I had loads of people speculating on my video about the amount of dislikes and saying like, look how many people have disliked it and all this kind of stuff, and yet it's actually got more likes than dislikes. So you know, there were a portion of people watching that were just perfectly fine with it. And yeah, anyways, like, I'm saying that because when I was looking at some of the response to the mob vote stuff earlier, it was just mostly like negative, in a variety of different ways. People like slam dunking on the mobs, calling them stupid, calling the mob vote stupid, saying some snarky thing about Mojang, and then if they weren't doing that, they just seemed genuinely disappointed. I was like, oh, you know, this is Twitter, right? Like, is this a representation of like the overall feeling of the community? I'm not sure. Could have a bunch of people out there just totally hyped about it and don't feel like shouting on Twitter. Onomatopoeia, thank you for gifting a sub to Dragonel. Appreciate you doing that. Dragonel, be sure to say thanks in the chat. We got Space Fan throwing some cheers and biddies. Thank you so much for those biddies. We got Lord Cryptid here for 17 months. We got more cheers and biddies from SpaceFan839. Thank you again, my dude. No message with either of those. If you wanted to get a message through, I'll look out for you in chat. Winnie T. Ford's here for 55 months. Thank you for all you do, Winnie. Greatly appreciated. And Crappy Toast, thank you for 11 months. Maybe I should say colouring time. Yeah, that sounds better, doesn't it? I didn't read the beginning of your message. Dying time. Wait, I should say colouring time. Ah, making a joke about what we're doing here. Yeah, we're dying. I'm dying all over the place. So far, I like the potential of the sniffer. We should tool about what you think the sniffer could bring to the game, X. Well, given the history of them doing mob votes and like the difference in what they look like and what they end up being, to me, like I don't get a strong impression of what it feels like in games, so I'm not really sure where they're going with it. But it's definitely the first one, the one that looks like it could become a big old thing at some point in time. That one looked the most interesting. Right, so for the dyes project, we are now short on magenta, which is the lilac, right? That should bring us up. Red's all stocked up. Just gonna chuck the dyes in here. Bones, bones, bones. Where shall I put these bones? This one really needs to go in the backpack because those iron blocks in case I need a beacon. This is one that should probably just sit out here now. And that's got some sand. I don't know what to do with that one, like an item that represents sand. I know Ewan was working on making it work with block faces too, but running into some issues there. That's obviously not particularly useful, so we'll leave that here, and then we've got an empty one. And do I have any open somewhere? They don't give us enough information to make an informed decision on a mob vote. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's really just about generating hype and having a bit of fun and stuff like that, which I do think is harmless, but as always, I think this stuff just seems to suffer from like communication issues where parts of the audience just don't get that right. Like, you know, here I am dissecting and analysing parts of the response to the mob vote, my own opinions on it, but at the end of the day, I get what it is. Like, it's just a bit of fun, really. We just take it all too seriously. What I would like to see is more people talking about the possibilities for each mob rather than bashing the ones they don't like. Well, that will be my approach when I make my video on it. I kind of want to gather my thoughts and then bring ideas to what we've seen. I'm probably not going to bash on it much. I might comment a little bit on how I've seen some unsavory opinions, but I don't know. I'll see how I feel tomorrow when they release the third one. Will X will eat bones after the craziness of the absolute monarchy or not? The craziness of the absolute monarchy? I just do what I'm told. I eat gigapies. I don't wanna jeopardize my position in the Ark of the Champions, right? Sniffer seems nice. The Rascal's kind of lame, to be honest. The Rascal's the one that brings you an enchanted pick, right? It did sound kind of weak. Like, okay, you know, I can explore and find an enchanted item in a chest. Why does this creature need to bring it to me? Also, there's always like the technical angle of, oh, what could these things mean if they were farmed, etc., etc. Hey, Space Fan! Thank you so much for the generosity supporting my channel today with the biddies, and now some gifted subs, which we always appreciate. Peeps, be sure to say thanks in the chat. if you get a gifted sub. Calamity G, Paul Gordon, Chicken Liver, Raven Monster, and Is Danny. Y'all been gifted subs? Be sure to say thanks in the chat. Chicken liver. I wanted to make it a thing in my diet to try and eat like liver once a week. It's supposed to be really like nutritious. And I think I've eaten liver once this year. So good for me. Ah, and we got some more brown dye. I was just thinking, hang on a minute, where's all the brown dye? The rascal is, as far as I know, as good as useless in the endgame, says Sir Jemin. So are polar bears and pandas, right? Like they've added just a lot of like fluff kind of stuff, which is on one hand good for immersion and it's nice to see. But if they added more stuff that the player encounters at the core of the game, they enriched that part of it. That might be more interesting to see where that goes. Cool. I think. Oh look, there you go. There's still some that need filling, but I think we're good for today. The other day I got gifted a sub to a channel when I wasn't logged on. Says my Schubert. Well, that means someone probably typed your name in deliberately. I think that's how that works. So we've got a whole bunch of bones there. We're actually going to need bones where we're going. We need actually a bunch of stuff next. I need to bring with me some flowers, which funny enough I just finished air quotes throwing away. Do I have any like lying around back here? Yeah, that'll do. Oh, and I need golden carrots, terrific. And I need that, and I need this. Good. Getting the things, and I need a couple of buckets. It's all over here, peeps. It's all right here. Apparently, shulker shells haven't been put into a filter yet, so I'll chuck that in there. And maybe sunflowers haven't either. Got to keep an eye on that. I need hay bales, which I got in the backpack. Crimson fungi. See, I've actually written the wrong one down for that, but that's fine. No, I haven't. Warped fungi is the other one. Hay bales again. Seagrass. I'm not really sure if I got any of that. So something I might pick up on my travels. Unless it ended up in this one. Yeah, I think this is where the seagrass would actually go. So golden carrot. We need some wheat, which will come from the hay bales. We need sweet berries and glowberries. Might have, yep, just enough in here. Seeds is one. Don't need half a stack, but you know. So just going over this list again. I think we got it covered. Bamboo, Carrots and potatoes. That'll be more than enough. That's kind of it. Oh, and then I need some meat. I think it can be cooked as well. So if I grab an empty shulker box like this one and chuck all of that in there, that is our stuff that we need for animals to breed them. Gonna need to pick up some more stuff on the way too. Need to make sure I'm stocked up on the gigapires. Do I have any more in reserve? I think I do. Chuck that back. And then I need rockets for exploring. Probably going to use quite a few of those. Right, so today, my friends, we go out there and we make some friends. And we make them fall in love. Oh, do you know what I am today? I'm Romeo. I'm literally Romeo. If I'd have thought of that, wouldn't it be funny to have a little, like, Romeo skin and, oh, you could do... No, Romeo? Brain? You're rubbish! Cupid! Cupid! God! What an idiot! What is wrong with this brain of mine? Jeez. Sort it out, X. I could have had a little Cupid bow and a Cupid skin, and we could have... Oh, pressing all the wrong buttons now too. Oh, I'm trying to... Just trying to look in... Oh, I give up. I give up at this whole commenting thing. You can be Romeo if you want to. I wanted to be Cupid, but now I'm just a derp again. Hey, we've got cheers and biddies. It's Space Fan saying, "Hey X, what do you think about a creature or resource that is rare that can only be found in the end that drops something that is required to build a limited auto grafter?" I think like the whole rarity and power dynamic in this game always ends up exploited. So if you're gonna add auto crafting, I think you want to look at doing it in a challenging, interesting way, as opposed to putting it behind an item and then trying to balance that item, because generally like the community will just figure out ways to cheese stuff. So I would sort of advise against that kind of approach, actually. Funny enough. But thank you for the cheers and biddies. Appreciate it. And the end needs an overhaul. I think we can all agree that. So, we will start off by going into the Nether, just checking my wings. You know, flying above a lava lake with no potions of resistance. Le potion of resistance. You and you unite and make a baby. Oh, there we go. So that's one of many that we need to do. If we press this button and have a look. Wait. Husbandry, that's it. 6. So we've gone up by 1. So I was right. Striders are one that have now been done. And now I don't need this anymore, right? But that's the one that we're going to do today in the Nether. The Hoglin one, I thought I'd wait until I'm a little more prepared. Next place, well, actually, let's get back into the hub. I'm looking for like a shortcut, but there's never really a shortcut. You just got to go all the way back up here. Yeah, the hub kind of lacks those like escape hatches, if you like, or like get back in patches. I don't know. Penelope says, "Well, I just learned how to do that." You're going to learn a lot today. You're going to learn a lot. I don't know why I'm going in this direction, but let's head over to Joe Hills' base, because I need to pick up a couple of tropical fishes in buckets. And then we can breed axolotls, which I have in buckets, so I'll probably set that up at some point. Aphelion, 90 months! Oh my goodness me, 90, getting old. Well, I'm getting older than when you were 1. So, yes, I guess. 90, goodness me. Thank you so much, my dude. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're continuing to enjoy all we do over here. You didn't know striders could be bred? Yeah, there's many things in this game that's easy to forget. I myself am one of those forgetful peeps, and I've really liked the advancements. They've got me digging into the wiki and learning things. I'm going to tell you a couple of interesting facts along the way today because of that. So, heading out here, there's an advancement I need involving one of these with like 3 bees inside of it. But we're not here to do that. Focus on the task at hand. Total bee location, that's the name of it. Excited for Joe's Elytra Pinball later on in the season. Absolutely, that sounded like a very cool idea. Right, so we just need tropical fish, which I'm pretty sure these are. Oh, they're playing dodge with me. Yeah, so 2 lots of tropical fish. That'll do me for the axolotl one later. That's like a bone block sign board over here. Now we can look for other creatures to breed, and since there's animals in the area, Cupid will do his thing. Actually, you probably heard after your last video that you can't put an adult donkey in a boat. I did hear that, yeah, but apparently you can put a baby one in and let it grow up. I was going to head in this direction, that's right. You know, I can probably just put most of this stuff like here, and we're good. So, we need chickens, we need pandas, sheep, cows. I don't discriminate. We need all the animals. And it looks like this area might have been somewhat cold, unfortunately. Peeps, I hear the follow button going off in my ear. Be sure to hit that follow button if you ain't done so already here on the twitch.tv/thexisuma. Get notified of when I go live and all of that cool stuff. Now, breeding an ocelotl is not the same as tame. Oh, no, that's a dandelion. I was about to say there's two in sight. I think I'll skip the ocelotl. I think that's going to be a tricky one. And when you tame it, doesn't it now just like... Is this Etho's base? This looks like an Etho base. Pretty sure this is an Etho base. Okay. Floating above the ground. Very technical looking. Shulker boxes. Fancy, amazing redstone Whatsamadoodles. This got to be an Etho base right here. I've never seen a more Etho looking base in my life. And it's in a jungle. Would you believe it? Ah. Now this... is exactly what we're after. Oh, and they're in a boat! They're in a boat. Perfect. Can they actually interact with each other? Or are they... Nope. There's a laser over here too. Oh, this is Etho's stomping ground right here. Okay, so we got the chicken. What I want to do is just check. That one counted 2, right? Yeah, we went from 5 to 6 to 7. So let me go to my list and just cross these off. We've got the chicken now. And then we did the strider. The sheep, they need the wheat. Wheat is one of the things I haven't actually prepped as of yet. So, great strategy is just to stumble into someone else's backyard where they've already done all the hard work for you. That's a great strategy. So we can do both cows and sheep here. Hopefully that was a sheep that I clicked on. If not, I'll click on you. Not sure if that worked. Don't think it did. Oh, no. Just 2 sheep. There we go. That's all. That's all. That's all. That's all I got. Leave me alone. Let's check it out. Right, so I've probably done both sheep and cows already. Fair enough. Pashmole, thank you so much for your Prime subscription. Appreciate it. We're going to try the horse next, which is... Wait, no. Horse is golden carrot. Okay, so like, golden carrot. Then they breed. They are rubbing necks. Oh, we got... Look at that, you're so cute. I wish you would stay that way forever. Oh. Some mobs in this game you just don't see enough. Baby horses, super cute, right? Donkeys. Donkey 1. Oh, Etho, you're helping me get all the advancements. Donkey 2. Where's the baby donkey? Oh, that is so cute. That is so cute. Look at it. Oh. I wish these cows would get out of the way. Oh, you are so cute. Never grow old, young'un. Never grow old. Alright, let's check it out. That certainly gave us 2 more. So, we got... I think we got... Is it the mule or the donkey? There's like the hybrid one. We've got to go find the hybrid one at some point. Also, Etho can thank me later for my services in breeding his animals. I do it free of charge. Yeah! Now I'm out of here. And there's like random copper blocks everywhere. This is dysfunctional. Right, pandas we could be on the lookout for. I think you need to find like a... Well, speaking of the devil, a bamboo forest, I think is their stomping ground, right? So if we're going to find a big fat panda, it might be in this area. Hermitcraft, finally, Jesus, says U2 Moons. What do you mean, finally? Finally, they're doing the Hermitcraft again. I mean, this is like 6 months into... Is it 6 months into Season 9? Oh my goodness me, it probably is longer than that. Wow, this is definitely a bamboo forest. Like, if I were to go for exploring for one, I'd want one of this size if I'm looking for a panda. But, not found anything. Can't you breed parrots? I don't think parrots are on my list. I'm pretty sure you can breed parrots and they're not on my list. I made a list based on the Minecraft wiki. 7 months, peeps are saying, and you can't breed parrots. Okay, okay. Fair enough, fair enough. You can't breed them. That's fine. Feed them cookies. Oh, don't you even. Well, they don't appear to be here, do they? We've run out of bamboo forest. They've done a no-show on us. This next bunch of animals might need a little more consideration because, you know, we've encountered some of the very average ones, let's say. So what have we done? I'm not sure if we did the mule or the donkey. I think we did the donkey and the mule's the one in between. But we'll cross off horse. In fact, I'm going to cross off donkey. I'm pretty sure it's the one in the middle we haven't done. Now we've done cow and we've done sheep. So we've got bees to do, axolotls, foxes, goats. So goats will be up on the mountain. Llamas will be in hilly areas. Pigs. We haven't seen pigs. And then wolves. Should be tricky. So we just need to be conscious of, like, what biome are we at and what's actually available here. Can you breed mules you can't IRL? Yeah, good point. What's the term for that? They are born unable to breed again. They call it lame. I think they might call it lame. Polar bears. I don't think polar bears can be bred. Anyway, look out for pigs, llamas, which I think you'll find in hilly areas. These look like meadows. But yeah, in Minecraft it might not have that detail, so it's definitely on the wiki that you can breed them, right? Also, we need to be on the lookout for bees, so it's just kind of a case of seeing a few in the area, grabbing a flower, bringing them together, that kind of behaviour. It's kind of nice to explore. The terrain is certainly fantastic these days. Pig! Oink, oink, oink! Oh, here we go. I've got something for you and for your friend. Ah, there we go. There we go, baby piggy, just on time. Let's check it out. That was another one. Brilliant, brilliant. We get to cross pigs off the list. Tango has a bee farm. Well, we're exploring. If our explorations fail, maybe we... I mean, I got a bee farm. What are you on about? Coming into my chat. Oh, so-and-so's got a bee farm. Jeez. Oh, you should use so-and-so's cocoa bean farm, X. You know? You should use so-and-so's nether tree farm. Or their oak tree farm. Hey, X. Use so-and-so's iron farm. Jeez. Come on now. You get mules by breeding a horse and a donkey. You can't breed mules from mules in Minecraft. They didn't forget the details. According to the wiki, which I looked up earlier, you can breed the mules together. So maybe, well, if we head back to Etho's area, we can breed the thing. Ah, yes, X. Breed the thing. Yes, absolutely, they said. Hello, horsey. So we've got any goats up here? We're going to cause some trouble. I think we do. But I've got my wheat. Don't kick me off the mountain. Come on. 1 + 1 = 3. This is how you do maths in Minecraft. Look at that. Oh, we've got a family now. Aren't they wonderful? Don't kick me off the edge. I'm checking. Yep, that one counted. That one counted. False and Tango are on. I don't know if anyone's going to sleep. Rude. Them not offering to sleep. God, don't they know I need the daytime? Jeez. We need B-dubs on. He understands. Oh, there's a wabbit. Wabbits. We need to breed wabbits. Come here, little wabbit. I got a treat for you. Oh, you look like a baby wabbit. We need adult wabbits around here. Are they babies? Oh, there's a few of them. Okay. These ones are definitely babies. You're bigger. So was that other one bigger too? Where the wabbit? There's a small one. Doing the hibbity hobbity jumping up and down. The hibbity hobbity hopping. Did I see another one up here? If I did, it's tiny. Grow up already. God, there's so many of them. And I think these two. These two right here, they're slightly different. Look, they're slightly different. There we go. Make another baby. They've already been doing this. There's plenty of babies around here. God, they've been going at it like rabbits, those two. Let's have a look. That one also counted. Brilliant. Whittle wabbits, indeed. They be bouncing around for sure. I'm watching this at work, but the Wi-Fi is so bad, X sounds like a badly edited soundboard of himself. When I use the Bluetooth in my sweatbox, I noticed that like it cuts out when the audio is quiet, and you get this weird like choppy in and out. I can imagine it sounding a bit like that. Like it makes the start and the end of a sentence feel a bit robotic, you know. Zipper says, this is my first time here. Well, welcome. Did you come over from the main channel, or are you just browsing on Twitch? As most of the peeps here come over from YouTube, which is where I do my videos. I do my streaming on here. Now, I've done some villager breeding this season. I don't know if it counts the same way. Hey, I was about to say I should snag that, but you can get that from trading now, so... you know. Not really worth snaggling. Snaggling? That's the thing. There's another village just over there, quite close together. It's a really nice area, actually, of Hermitcraft. It's like super high up and hilly. And then you've got these valleys down here. This would probably make like a great communal area. Hello! Are they in? No. But are they nearby? Also seems like a no. Where are my flowers? Sunflowers, that'll do. I don't see no bees. Maybe they like went down the side of the hill. Got stuck. No? So I think we've got to go this way to get back to Etho's thing and try the thing with the thing and the other thing. Gosh, so descriptive, X. I know exactly what you're talking about. I feel like I need like a little alternator button that like adds like a slight reverb or like a pitch shift whenever I do your imaginary voice. You the viewer, you have an imaginary voice in my head. I see a beacon. I think we came to the right place. Oh, there were pigs here all along. Evo's got everything basically. That being said, over there. Yep, that's the area. Let's try this again then. And I'm gonna guess they need like a 5-minute cooldown, don't they? And it was, I think it was the golden carrot that we needed, so let's eat some gigapies. You're so eloquent with your words, almost if you did talking for a living, X, says Rock and Lol. I'm not sure if you're sarcastic about the elegance, but I mean, talking for a living? God, who would want to do that? Look, they came straight over. 1 and 2. Yeah, they can't yet. So if I stick around in the area for a little bit, that's good. But I don't know what else there is to do here right now. Maybe I could just look at Etho's disorganized shulker boxes, if they're even that. Chest monster. You know, the cleaning lady will be around to sort that out before long. Oh, this looks slightly dangerous. Did Etho cover this in leaf blocks? This doesn't look like natural generation, but it looks really cool. So what's this beacon over here got to do with anything, eh? Probably a mining beacon for underground. So as we continue on our travels, that's it. No, that's. I thought that was the head of a llama. This is where we want to go, though. If we want llamas, they're going to be on hills, in savannas. It's natural generation, says Rivers Tan. Wow, okay. It looks super cool with the leaves over the top of it. Hey, hey, hey! It's a llama! But where's all your pals? Where's your buddies? Your friends? Don't see them. Need to find you a mate. I don't know if the brown mushroom counts as other mobs, though. When we get to the end, we'll probably figure that one out. Like, when we got a few left, and it's like, well, I've done everything except that brown mushroom. Luckily, though, I bred a load together and left them on the island for Ren, so I could go back there and, yeah, take care of that easy peasy. But for now, we're on llama watch, aren't we? And this is honestly, like, the best terrain to probably find them. Man, I just had like a flashback to season 5 of llama hunting. I think they were really new then. And they're new, everyone wants to find them and play with them. Then you find out they're useless. To be fair, they did try and make them useful, and they were, for the most part, pretty interesting. I really do think it's nice they try and give players like an option to do things another way, but then it's up to the player to like embrace playing the game in that way, which some players do. Some players like the immersion of like me and my llamas or whatever, whereas myself, and I don't know if the majority of players, but a lot of players just sort of do the path of least resistance, right? That is a zombie village. We have found one of Minecraft's rarest. Hey look, and the zombies are all here. Wow, that is cool. And now you're dead. I mean, you're already dead, but now you're deader? Get deader! Oh! Absolutely wrecked. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think there's like any special loot. Potatoes, you know? Take your pick. What we got over here? Apples? Oh, go on then. I'll take some apples. Get some nourishment. Tasty, tasty bone meal. That is true. I am quite partial to the bone meal. Anyway, there's nothing here for us, but it was nice to see a zombie village, that's for sure. There's only like a 2% chance of finding one of these. Hey, there's a bee! I need a bee. Alright, young bee, come to... There's 2 of them! Perfect! Let's do this, come on! Let's pollinate! No, I don't... Like that, like that! There we go, another one, let's check it, and now we're up to 12, sweet. No, we were already on 12, right? Ah, do you know what? I probably did a bunch of bee breeding earlier on. Hey, there's a wolf, there's a wolf. Where the bones at? Where the bones at, homie? Didn't have those prepared, did I? I got the meat, but not the bone. Alright, alright. What, was it just a chicken? Or did I see a wolf? I think it was just... I've been bamboozled. There's a kitty cat. Oh yeah, and we were checking out this village. I don't need to check out the village. Right, I think we'll scour this savannah, and then we'll go back over to Etho's place. But I think I'll have a look at the list again. But I think now some of the stuff's going to get a little grindier. And we've got other things to do today. We've got to build a farm. But it is nice to get out here and adventure, is it not? Don't forget bee location. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to try a little harder to get that one done. Like, you know, camp out next to a freshly spawned beehive and trap them inside and then take it, that kind of thing. Exploring is fun, says Retrospects. It is. I wish there were more reasons to explore. It's hard to like put things in loot that require you to go out and look for locations and stuff that are truly valuable. I really like the idea of archaeology as its value not being inherent to the game, but simply to lore or you creating a story about your world. I think if there were a bunch of like artifact pieces you could go out and collect and there was like an incentive to collect them all, that could be really fantastic. Like, it's very optional. It's not going to optimize your experience, but it can be... Oh, there's a creeper there. It can be a lot of fun just to have that reason. Whew, got a little bit paranoid there. Imagine if there's an adventure update in the future. Well, we're about to find out what the next one is. I do not have high hopes. I don't know, like I was thinking maybe the mob vote would give you a hint as to what the theme is going to be. I think it's going to be a small update for winter. I don't think there's going to be a lot of content. I think it's going to be something small. And I can't, you know, I'm not complaining that it's that. In fact, if they are going to put something out before the end of the year, like, it's going to have to be small, right? Yeah, I think we're out of luck with the llamas. As we drift back, let me check my list again. So we didn't do wolf. Turtles we might be able to spot if I can pick up some seagrass. We did the rabbit, so that one gets crossed off. And we did the goat. Didn't do the fox, and we did the bees. Cats. You know what? I saw a kitty cat and I didn't breed it. But you need 2 to breed. Look at that. Total bee location. Let's give it a try, because I just saw a bee go in, right? Oh, no, look. The bees are out. The bees are out. The way to do this... might actually be not too tricky. If we just grab something like a trapdoor, put it on that side so they can get in, surround it with other blocks. I think that works. And then put like a 2-tool flower just here. Now, I should be able to lure... We've got 1. If there's 2, I can breed them and make them 3. I thought I saw 2. Yeah, here we go. 2 bees come to me. Bring them over here where they can pollinate. It kind of looks like they're looking for flowers as it is. So 1 and 2 makes 3. They can pollinate here. Yeah? Oh, but one of them wants to go the other direction, doesn't it? Of course it does. Is it coming back over? Casanova coming back over. Right, you, sir, your AI is not functioning very well, is it? Come on, we're going to get total bee location. That one's doing rubbish as well. Pollinate. For I have given you flowers. Oh, this is just... Why'd I even bother? Ugh. Right. I can't give them a better clue than that, can I? In theory, if you're inside the flower, you should be pollinating. Can I get that one at the back to just, you know, this way just a little bit? That's it, that's it. And then they can go up to that. Oh, this is how bee location works. Right, 1 went in. The next one's ready to go, right? Unless you think your bee nest is somewhere else. I'm telling you now, it's here. I reckon from there, they're from a different nest, right? In you go. In you go, buddy. Unless there's already 2 in there, which I think is unlikely. Remove the blocks, someone says. Don't... No, 1 went in. We know 1 went in. We heard the sound, so it's not removing the blocks. I'm pretty sure I got it the right way around. A second one has gone in. Maybe I need to remove the lead and just let it do its own thing for a second. Yeah, I don't think it wants to go yet. Oh, or maybe now it is. No. Okay, I'm going to leash you now. I'm going to try and bring you nice and close. Maybe those are a distraction at this point in time. Right, while we wait, I think it's a good time for me to switch to standing mode. Alright. F3 could tell you. Can it? Can F3 tell me? I don't see the information there, other than honey level. Right, let's go to standing. It might go in at night time as well. I guess one thing I could do is maybe pillar up. Like, you can be slightly closer to the entrance if I'm a little bit higher. Just vandalizing a tree now, aren't I? Come on. Come on. You know you want to. You know you want to go. That's it. Go on, in there. Yes! Finally! I heard it pop. It went inside. Do you know what this means? Advancement time. That's what it means. Oh, goodness me. I broke the wrong block. But luckily, we got it. Sweet. Not bad. A cause for celebration, perhaps. Wow, this is a messy looking inventory now. So I'm going to pack everything else away, and then if we do actually encounter something, then I'm more than happy to take it back out of this chest, right? So it's not really a big deal. Which one had the... I don't know which one had the freebies in now. Would have been nice to have kept track of that, wouldn't it? Okay, now we have a nice clean inventory again. Have a crafting bench. Have some leads. Right, now that I am standing, once again... My bladder! That old thing! It's like, oh, I need to do a wee. Shut up, bladder! You'll do nothing and like it. Peeps, I'll nip to the loo and I will be right back, so don't go anywhere. The fun will continue. You didn't go anywhere, did you? Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Oh wow, there's a mini HUD option called Generic B Tooltips. Generic B! Oh no, wait, it's under Generic and it's called B Tooltips. Okay. Wait, did I... That didn't work. There we go. Oh, did it? I'll have to wait and see if it worked. Okay, it worked. Good. It worked. And now we're back. Yeah, hey, 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 I'm back in black. Right, none of that. None of that, please, X. Don't do that. Oh, God. It's awful when you do that. Right, okay, not what we're looking for. But pandas, maybe. Who knows? Somewhere in the jiggity jungle. We might just find some. X, with some of the hermits being less active this season and a few being gone from the server, is there any talks of adding hermits mid-season? Well, I can't say there's been any talks, but you know us. If there is, we'll tell you every little juicy detail as we're discussing it. Because that's what we do here on Hermitcraft. We spill those juicy details all over the place. Right. I'm not getting any panda vibes. But what's that? Okay, it's not a panda. No panda vibe. That might be a panda. Hello. What else could you be? Ah, we got one. And you look grumpy. Alright, come on, Grumpy. Grumpy the panda. Do you like bamboo? No, okay. Yeah? You coming for the I mean, we need to find some compadres first. Where your homies at? Is it just you hanging out here? Why won't you talk back to me? Yeah. Wait, oh, that's a pig. That's not a panda. It might begin with P, but it's not a panda. Well, we found one, but it was a lonely one. Seems that these bamboo forests sort of like generate inside of leaf blocks, and then they decay into apples and sticks and saplings. What we got over here? Have we? There's sheep. I thought I found a gang of pandas, but it's just sheep. Ruining my dreams. With Twitch slowing down, should you be moving to stream on YouTube? I've thought about it a fair bit. There's one reason I don't want to go to YouTube, and that's just that I've got these people here that have subscribed, and you know, there's like a whole system and a community and like a history, and all of those things is very difficult to walk away from. But one thing I have been meaning to do for a long time, and just again and again, never quite find the right time or think about it at the right time. I need to do a stream on YouTube because we're now able to, and my stream on YouTube will literally be an advert for streaming on Twitch. It'll be like, I actually do this on Twitch, I'm just doing it today on YouTube. Come over to Twitch. Panda number 2! Oh, it's going to be work to get two of you together, isn't it? Oh, look at your cute little face! Oh, your snotty nose! Like a small school child on their first day of school. Daddy Xisuma, I missed you. Please wipe my nose. What do we need? Bamboo? I got bamboo. No, I was thinking lead. We need a lead. A lead? A lead. We need to lead. The things I do for advancements, eh? Oh, pandas can't be leashed. Well, you know, I can do this, but it's just going to be slow and painful, isn't it? Maybe not that bad. Come on, there's another one of you somewhere around here. Why can't we lead them? Because that's the way Minecraft is. I might be able to get it in a boat. DJ Panda, what are you doing? Oh, and they're slow as well. Is X the snotty child on the first day of school? I'm not a child. So no. I feel like putting it in a boat and then getting it on the water might not be a bad idea. But I don't know if they fit in boats or not. Wait, does that have a boat? That should really have a boat. Oh, it's one of those things you just accumulate more of than you ever need. It seems. 2 for me. Boat for you. Okay, so probably, oh, that was probably a great time to get it in the boat. Come up here, Yoons. Yoons! Get in the boat, Yoons! Oh, if it ain't getting in the boat now, I don't think it's ever getting in the boat. Yoons. Oh, wait, did you just get in the boat? I think it did. Oh, stop placing the bamboo. Get in the boat. It got in the boat. And I'm in the boat as well. Alright. I've got a big old backpack right here. Yeesh, look at this thing. It's got a right old snotty nose. Oh. Okay. I'm assuming that this river kind of went, ooh, might I need to go. Jeez, man, what's up with your head? It's like inside of you, and I'm inside of you. Is that a bug? Is that a Minecraft bug? Now, the other one, I think, was close to the shore. It was somewhere around here. Okay, don't want to lose track of you. But where is your homie? We found the sheep. Oh, I think homie might be further around. Can we sneak through this gap? If not, we can make the gap bigger. Oh, I'm hitting the panda! Now the panda's hitting me. I'm so... Oh, you're not going to let me get in the boat with you now, are you? I know how this goes. Ah. Oh. You're forever mad at me, aren't you? Okay, you're... Right, don't make the same mistake twice. Okay, where's your other panda, homie? There's your panda, homie. There you are, good sir. I've brought you a friend. Oh, there's two of you! This whole time! Do you know how long I've spent... Oh, you've got grumpy eyes. Look at those grumpy eyes. Jeez. Okay, oh, two grumpies. Hello. Well, y'all want some panda. Y'all want some panda. You ain't too grumpy for that, are ya? Wait, you just eating it? To the business! Oh, are they too grumpy? Do you know what? You're supposed to have a bunch of planted bamboo nearby when you make them breed. Apparently you need like a whole bunch of bamboo nearby or they won't do it. So they might be on strike. Nope, they're not on strike. We got a grumpy baby panda. And that might be because I placed this extra panda nearby. Panda? I placed this bamboo nearby. That's what I did. Alright, that's another one. It is 13 out of 22. We're making progress. And you, I will not leave you in the boat. Don't worry. Whew. There we go. Hey, if anyone ever needs pandas again, minus 5,000, positive 3,600. Yeah, remember that. That's the place to go for pandas now. It's a panda sanctuary. Right, now which way to Efo? I have absolutely no idea. Luckily for us though, we have a mod. Coords. This place is. Does anyone? Tango's Bartering Farm, I buy Z Space, Tango's. We've got World Spawn. Yeah, there's no Efo base, but World Spawn is minus 1,700. And then oh, it's a village. Oh, do you know what? There might be llamas. But it seems to be... Okay, this way's the correct way. No, wait. This is always tricky. Wait, head in a straight line. So that's partially correct, and then we also need to drift in that direction. Okay, I got it. Pretty sure both of those numbers need to come down, and we need to go in this direction. We're also now on the lookout for llamas again. Llama patrol. Cool, this village looks amazing around here. I'd suggest a mod called Advancement Info. It'll show you all the details of what you need to do, like animals are left to bred, what foods to eat, etc. I kind of like that, but I'm actually going to do it the hard way without, because I was kind of interested by Adventure Time. Like, I thought it might be fun to seek out, like, what are the rarest biomes? There's only 3 to go to. So, like, if I haven't found them yet, what are they? It's kind of my thinking. I've also lost track of what direction I'm going in again. But we are looking for llamas. Wait. Peeps are saying brown llamas. Go back, you missed it. Oh, God, I flew into a tree. Thanks, chat. So helpful. I just flew into a tree. What kind of advice is that? Didn't say X, watch out for that tree. No, just, oh, brown llamas. God. At least warn me about the tree. Jeez. Are these brown llamas actually cows? I don't know where y'all saw them. Further back. I mean, I am scanning my eyeballs over here. That was a weird sentence. I'm scanning my eyeballs. What do you mean you don't know how to scan your eyeballs? Peeps are saying it's on the hills. They're on the hills. I see cows again. I see trees. Plenty of trees. Over there. Where are these brown llamas? Up on the hills by the mountain near the village. Well, there's no village. There's no mountain. Just hills. Oh, okay, here's a village. Wait, what was the other side of that tree? Brown llamas! Oh, we found them. At last. Beautiful. Beautiful creatures. They do like to spit at you. That is a concern. A concern. Right. I got one more. One more to get today. Come on, do your thing. Let's get those numbers up. Wait. Have I jumped the gun here? Llamas, hay bales. It says hay bales to breed them, right? You have to sit on them first. Okay. Okay, both of you have been sat on. Apparently that's the requirement. I can still see the love hearts when I get on them. Weird. Tame the other one. Right, they've all been sat on. Oh, here we go, here we go! Yay! Oh, very derpy looking little llama. You are very derpy. Beautiful, thank you. Thank you, I'll be on my way. Look at that, 14 now. Good. We also need to do trader llamas at some point. Right, now which way is home? That number is going up, so it's that direction, and now we go this way. Pretty much just going to drift home now. Pretty much. Repopulation all over the server. What a good guy. Yeah, me, repopulating. That's what I was here to do. Now that looks like... Oh! I know where we are. That's convenient. Oh. Wait. Did the diamonds get blown up? Oh, no way. Ah! The diamonds got blown up. I mean, I did put a ridiculous amount of TNT here. And I in no way shielded the reward. You survived? Oh man. How did you not foresee this, says Lucaro. I kind of thought Cleo would... Like, I honestly, I sort of thought it was going to be easy. Like I said, it was only if the AI messed up, and apparently, I don't know if Cleo's put out our episode yet, but apparently, it messed up immediately. Now, when I tested it in a creative world, it seemed pretty easy. They would sort of follow you in a straight line, so you just needed to move a little bit at a time, and they wouldn't do something silly like walk on a pressure plate. But I don't know. Didn't turn out that way, right? It didn't turn out that way. So next we're going to go build a farm and have a little bit of a waffle. Oh, I've walked the wrong direction. I've got that instinct. Like, I could capture you. Bring you to the overworld. I'm like totally not prepared, but this is a pretty good spot, unless there's like a big drop the other side. Actually, yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Look at it. Look how close to the ground it is. Oh, it is teasing me. It's like, look at me, X. I'm just going to hang out down here. Still so close to the ground. You are a tease. A filthy tease. Oh, I'm getting away from it. Getting away from it. We got other things to do today, my friend. Xisuma, have you watched all advancements speedruns, seeing as you are going for different advancements? The world record for 1.16.1, the most speedrun version, is 2 hours 46 minutes and some seconds. Yeah, that sounds insane, but they added a few really awkward, difficult ones recently. Like, when was the all cats one added? And I know that the potion effect one will get, or sorry, the all effects one will get harder with every update. But that's mad. Speedrunning is like, for me, always going to be a spectator sport. I just couldn't do it myself. There's not much appeal to me to like trying to do that thing over and over again, faster and faster. But I totally get it. If that's how someone wants to play the game. Like, we all got different interests, strengths and weaknesses, right? I'm not so much more creatively oriented that it wouldn't give me that. But it's certainly interesting. I haven't got an easy alliance yet. That's what I was kind of joking about, you know. But it was right there, easy to get. Easy to get the uneasy. Right, so we got to go build a farm next. That is what we are tasked with. Coles, could you do me a favour in chat and give me the names of those 2 content creators in the deepfake thing? Oh, I barely drunk any of my tea. If you can hear that, that is my water bottle. I found that it also came with a attachment for like a little drinky thing, so you don't have to unscrew it. But the drinky thing's made out of plastic, and the idea of the bottle is to get away from the plastic, so I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Hydration. Good for you. Did you have dinner? I did. For breakfast, I had potatoes, peas, smoked bassa, and some creamy cheesy sauce. For lunch, I had some fruit as well, and an egg. And then for dinner or lunch or whatever you want to call it, I had couscous and salad with some halloumi. And an apple. Good, tasty meals. Squeaky cheese. Yeah, when I was eating it, it was squeaking in my mouth, that halloumi. Definitely squeaky cheese. Right, so we need to go find a spot to build this farm. It should be pretty easy to suss out. So like from there to over here, we need a cactus farm design. Not really prepared for that. I need sand, I need cactus, and then I need walls. So we'll probably need a bunch of stone, which we're probably going to get as we dig it. And then we need water, so need a couple of buckets. Maybe I'll use some ice. Yeah, we'll use that. Rain fart. There we go, that one. Uneasy Alliance has some really interesting tech in speedruns. Only work in single player, fortunately, where you're fishing the rod a gas towards a lot of TNT. You pass through a nether portal. The gas dies while you're in the overworld and you get the advancement. Only needs normal one-size portal, says Griffer. Well, I had a note from a commenter saying that I could do that, but they didn't tell me it only works in single player, so I'm glad you told me that, because my plan was to do that next time I had an attempt at it, and it sounds like that would fail if I were in multiplayer, so appreciate you clarifying that. Could have been disastrous. Swooshing up into the base can be a little bit tricky at times. Cactus, almost heard cat farm. A cactus farm, I guess. Oh, apparently I had a bunch. Don't think I need that much to get started. What I do need is a bunch of sand, which we got in here. Then I need a bunch of walls and then water. So I think we're kind of covered. Maybe a couple of buckets. Hey, we had a noise in the air. Osak, thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. Appreciate it, my dude. Hope you're enjoying the stream, having a good time. And thank you again for the subscription. One thing I find funny with Scar, that every passing season his jelly infestation becomes less and less. In season 7 he had like 30 jellies spread out. It's a lot of work to get that jelly, you know, over and over again each season. I guess this season he maybe not felt like it. So yeah, we essentially need to like identify where we're going to put a little water stream. Kind of close to it. Gone a little bit past it now. Still past it. We were off by 1 actually. I don't know why. Thought it was more than that. There you go. Oh no, we're actually off by 2. Because this thing's going to go over here. It's like 1, 2... Well, actually you go... That thing's only 3 wide, isn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In fact, I think I'm... Now what we'll do... We'll have the water stream at this height for now. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, I could build the farm basically on top of that, but if ever I need something else there, we'll just make sure the farm begins a little bit higher up, is essentially what I'm thinking. Right, and I'm changing out the blocks around it just so if I go dig in and I see stone blocks, I know it's supposed to be something else here. So, at this point, we don't need any of this. We do need to make sure there is actually water there. And maybe actually we'll put some of those stone blocks here too. Probably not going to use any rockets underground, right? It's Hero Blender here for 3 months. Hero Blender, thank you ever so much. Appreciate your support. Hope you're entertained and enjoying the stream. Thank you for subscribing. Right, so I think we'll go 1 block higher than that. Fill in some of this back here. Right, and then it's at this level that we need to build that classic cactus farm, like, over and over again. And I think you go like, just trying to wing it off of memory really, but like, I think that's the shape that you want. And then you have your blocks of sand. No, your sand needs to, Nope, your sand is at that height. Yep, I'm pretty sure I got it correct. Now we just got to dig out a big old square, so just kind of have a look around. It's not going to conflict with anything, and it can go decently high, maybe no higher than about here. And you know what? I don't think it needs to be like a crazy OP farm. Once it's in this area, it will just passively pump this stuff out. So not looking for like a crazy oversized farm. I don't know why, but that song is playing reminds me of the GTA opening theme. I can't remember how the GTA 5 opening theme goes. I didn't play a lot of that game. I tell you what, I am super stoked though for playing some more GTA in the future. Like, they're working on 6. Can't wait really, it'd be awesome whenever it comes round. And knowing this time that they're probably going to do 6 and then go big on the whole GTA Online thing, I might be more inclined to play the online stuff because I wasn't that keen on it. And I kind of, when I was done with GTA 5, it was like, oh, play GTA 6 in a few years. That's basically my thinking. And then that never happened because they've ran with this one for like 10 years. Actually, it's less than that, isn't it? It's more like 7. Dark Mando 20, thank you ever so much for 6 months of support, my dude. Appreciate it. We also got Dogcraft MC here for 5 months. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support. There's already a subreddit for GTA 7. It's satire, but still. Well, you know, one day in 2040 there might be GTA 7. Or maybe they'll find a way to like pivot it away from the numerical and do something different with it. I think the idea of like GTA becoming like a metaverse game would be pretty darn interesting. Like imagine if like all Minecraft worlds that you play in were actually like connected together somehow. Because like the Minecraft world and your ability to shape it is like one of the things that's kept the game going for so long. If GTA could make the environment you play in something you can build in and change and control and like one big interconnectable community, then dang, that would really be something. Yeah, I reckon that would be an amazing direction for them to go in. Right, we're almost got enough blocks out of our way here. In fact, we have got enough blocks out of our way just to test the waters with the next bit. So, pretty sure But this will do the trick. I don't think we'll have any mobs spawning in here, even though it's like going to be completely dark. And then you just put the cactus in, right? Except you also need a block to clip everything, and the best way to do this bit, I forgot to double check this on myth busting. Seesaw forfeits, thank you ever so much, or sorry, Seesaw for it, for gifting subs to our community. Mithy83, Jesse Moment, Astro Pie, Zerala, Temel's Dawn. Be sure to say thanks in the chat to Seesaw for it. Say thanks to Seesaw for it. It being that gifted sub, right? That's how that works. Thank you so much, my dude. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're entertained. I should have brought like a shulker box or two to put all the stone in. Might just use one of these, a couple of these for now, right? And now I've got to remind myself as to why I opened this. It is for a block that exists in here. Well, that block in particular. Okay, it looks a little cleaner now, doesn't it? Oh yeah, I also wanted to put some more lights on my offhand. Or torches, should I say. Just because I accidentally placed them a lot, and it's Could I just, like, stop and get up on there? Thank you. Simple, really. Hey, Axinim, thank you for 4 months. This account has been enchanted with mending and subscription repaired. Awesome. Thank you, my dude. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. So I think when you do this, you optimize for the cactus to send its drop like directly down and not land on anything it's not supposed to. And then you build the next layer on top of it. So it's gonna cost us like a lot of these, but then again we're literally chewing out the material it's made from, so it just becomes a bit of a pain with building more than anything. And this thing's actually ready to start collecting, right? How do you stop it from landing directly on the cactus and destroying itself with walls like this? Well, I do have a bit of a feeling, not sure if that being connected to the back wall there creates a problem. Doesn't look like it would, it's so close. Anyway, they'll pop out to the side and fall straight down this way. If you don't put blocks all the way around, they can pop out and hit another cactus. So that's the reason for having it set up like this. So anyway, let's move on to our topic of the day. I learned about this from a Hank Green tweet thread that exposed this channel, which is working with things I am very interested in both learning about and watching unfold on our internet space, which is basically a deepfake technology, both like video and audio, the ability to impersonate another human being using AI, and you can train AI data sets to essentially understand someone's facial features and voice patterns, and then yeah, you know, there's so many AI tools, right? Like being able to detect language, or let's say like written text and turn it into a voice, or being able to understand voice and turn it into written text, vice versa. Like there are so many AI tools at the moment that can be overlapped, and to the point where you can now fully impersonate a fellow human being, put words in their mouth, etc. through the medium of video. And this is like a very interesting space to watch because it has the potential to do harm as well as good. And I think what's good about it is pretty much like probably just starts and stops at parody, right? Like what else could be good about being able to impersonate someone? I mean, God, maybe like there's a sliver of scenarios where some sort of emergency IRL impersonation helps you solve some situation, but it's hard to really see a practical use for it. So the deal is there's this channel, right? And the way I found this channel, or sorry, first unfolded this, I think perfectly highlights the problem, because I didn't know who one of the channels were. So you got Mark Rober, who's got 22 million subs, and Nile Red, who's got 4 million subs. I hadn't heard of Nile Red before. So going in to watch this video on this channel, I was really aware of the fact that I didn't, like... what am I trying to say? I wasn't actually aware. So going in to watch this video, I understood the fact that there were deepfakes and stuff. But when I started watching it, I thought I was just watching a deepfake of Mark Rober, and the other person was the channel, which is, I think, called Mr. Green. Okay, apparently Nile Green is also Nile Red. So maybe they go under two names. But this Mr. Green is the name of the channel that's doing these deepfake parodies. And I was watching it, and I was like, yeah, I can tell that Mark Rober's been deepfaked here. And I was like, not really sure I like this guy and what he's doing, right? And the guy I'm talking about, I'm thinking, is this Nile Red? And it was a little bit further in that I just kind of realised, wait a minute, this other person in the video is the other channel that Hank Green was talking about. I clicked on the video thinking this one was just about Mark Rober, whereas all of the videos are actually about both of them. So, like, immediately, even though I knew that there was deepfake going on, I sort of watched it not realizing that one of those people was being deepfaked, like, right in front of me. And that alarmed me even more. I was already alarmed. I was already like, this can be potentially dangerous content. Like, what's going on here? Let's find out. And I was immediately fooled by it. Like, that's crazy. I see we've got a lot of Nile Red, Nile Green fans in chat. That's cool. I hadn't heard of them before, and I was just totally bamboozled by the fact that that wasn't the person whose channel it was. That was actually another creator being deepfaked. Now, the tone of these videos and stuff is very parody. The humor to me wasn't, like, particularly funny, but, like, you know, everyone's sense of humor is different. But the fact that you can create this content with other people's, you know, identities is really quite alarming. Like, who gets to say if you can do that or not, right? Like, when you create content with someone else's persona, what gives you the right to do that? I don't think we have laws for this stuff yet. You know, the technology always tends to outpace the law. And we as a society have to come to grips with this stuff, and how do we handle it, and what do we do about it? Obviously, you can imagine for political means, this stuff can be used for great harm or for other agendas and whatnot. Carl says, not only can you do it, but you're allowed to earn money with it. Well, currently, this content is monetized on YouTube. YouTube, again, will have to catch up with this at some point. This is always how things work. The new thing comes along and everyone's, like, late to it. And then everyone has to scramble and react and put in the countermeasure. That's just the way it goes over and over again. I think places like YouTube can get a bit of, like, a hard time for, like, not dealing with a problem, but usually a problem gets big before the people at the top tend to notice. I'm not saying that's an excuse. That's just kind of how it happens. So at some point, I think they're going to have to intervene and, like, start to speak up about this and create some rules and guidelines. But they can't just rush into doing that. They've got to think things through ethically and whatnot. And so there's going to be a whole, like, process and a lot of decision making by teams, and probably a lot of legal teams involved as well. But yeah, this channel exists, you know, monetized, making ad revenue off of other people's identities and parodying them. Now, parodying in the past would basically involve what we would call, like, impersonation, right? And deepfakes is not the same thing. I think with impersonations, most of the time the context tells you it's an impersonation, it's about parodying someone else. And sure, like, technology gets better and there's a lot of, like, you know, scare that comes along with that. But this time, the difference is, like, these things are convincing. You can make someone with the video, you know, you can convince them that they're watching the actual person. And that's the big distinction. That's the problem. It's not like, okay, sometimes we might not understand the context that it's a joke, but like now you can legitimately convince people it's that person. And I forgot to put some ice and water in here, didn't I? Riley965, thank you so much for subscribing. Greatly appreciate it. There's also this thing that's been pointed out that one of the sponsors in these videos is actually a competitor of Mark Rober's own sponsors with, is it called TechCrunch or something like that? Which I think could just be a coincidence, but if not, then maybe it's a little nefarious. Like maybe there's a little bit of intent there to deliberately like seek out a channel that's impersonating him and then putting their advertisement to it, but that can only be speculation, right? Can't have an answer to that. Fascinating nonetheless. Hank Green has requested for YouTube to update their terms and conditions. Yeah, they should, and they should do it fast, because these tools are getting more and more accessible, and there will be more content creators like this popping up, and there needs to be rules and guidelines, and I think YouTube are basically going to have another big mess on their hands, and it's the sort of mess that's probably just going to end up with them getting like a lot of stick. But I think we should, you know, we should at some level, I think, hold people that are doing the deepfake stuff responsible for this too. You know, like a lot of times with what I do, someone might, let's say, take my content and clip it and put it, you know, hermit clips, something like that. And it's like, this is, you know, this has probably just got a really good intention behind it. Someone enjoys what we do, they want to share it, they want to make little clips of their favorite hermit moments. But a lot of the time what they're doing is just taking our content and essentially repurposing it without adding value to it. You need to essentially remix to some extent to fall under fair use. And every hermit, because I'm talking about a hermit related thing now, I guess, has their own views and opinions. Mine is generally, I'm pretty easygoing on it, but I do feel like if someone's going to use my content, they need to remix it to some extent, right? So that there needs to be some sort of permission here, like to use someone else's identity, but you would absolutely, I believe, have to obtain that permission before ever creating any content and publishing it online. In the US, it's illegal to use someone's likeness without their consent. Usually this is for videoing people. The way laws are written will likely apply to deepfakes as well. That's encouraging. That's encouraging, because this deepfake stuff is like no joke, and it's scary. And it allows you to take a person and just put something that means something totally different in front of their audience. Like, a lot of the people watching these Mark Rober deepfakes are probably just Mark Rober fans, right? And enjoying the humor. And I think if someone like Mark was to come along and say, I'm okay with this, I don't think they would be saying, I'm okay with this broadly, but they could maybe work with that other content creator and say, I give you permission to do this, and I, you know, we'll have our own terms and agreements on what you can and can't do. But even then, I think there needs to be like disclaimers. There needs to be things put in front of the audience that make it really clear that this is like deepfake that they're watching. Because we all understand when we're watching someone do an impersonation, you know, it's a parody, it's comedy, we get all of that, like it has a format, we understand it. But, you know, there might be comedy in a format to this type of content, but someone can just tune in and they don't get that. And that literally happened to me. I tuned in understanding that I was about to watch deepfake, and I didn't realize that the other person in the video was also a creator being deepfake. I didn't know who that creator was. I assumed it was the person who ran that channel. We don't even know who the person who runs that channel is, you know. I think they're anonymous. There is an AI algorithm that can detect deepfake videos, says Smitgore. There probably is, and from when I last heard someone talking about this stuff like at length, which was probably a couple of years ago, they were talking about how the deepfake stuff was like always one step ahead. So each time someone figured out how to detect the deepfake then counteracted. And that's another scary thing about this, is that it kind of works like cybersecurity works, which is where you have to be responsive to the technology. So the deepfake stuff will get better and smarter as the AI tools improve. And then in order to combat it, you continuously have to respond. It's not like you can try and get out in front of these things, but generally they keep, like, you know, finding the flaws and getting around the systems, and then you have to react to it. That's generally how that sort of thing works, which is, again, why it's scary, because every time we have some technology for detecting the deepfake, like, the deepfake then gets better, and we're a step behind again. I think these deepfake people are putting themselves into slander situations. They might, yep, they absolutely might be. And that creator, you know, it wouldn't be surprising if you heard a story that they end up in court, you know, over this. It could be a thing that happens. And as I was alluding to a moment ago, like, they could have really innocent intentions. You know, they're just having fun, which I think is probably the most likely explanation based on what I've seen. The fact that they got, like, a sponsorship in, it's just gonna, that's how YouTube works now, right? Like, if some naive content creator is making these videos and perhaps not understanding that there's, like, an ethics problem here, you know, and they just do the advertising thing because it's what they see on YouTube. All it takes is one person with bad intentions, says Lucro. Exactly. So this person might have good intentions, and we go, okay, that's fine, you know, let's roll with it, but the technology will keep getting better, and then someone can come along with a bad intention and sow some seeds of disinformation, you know? You might hear my voice effing and jeffing like crazy. You're like, that X didn't know he had a foul mouth, I'm not going to watch him again. You know, turns out it wasn't me. And yes, peeps, I do have in foul mouth, alright? Jeez, calm down, it was just an example. So don't get all upset when they deepfake me swearing. I think the sponsoring competitor was very aware of what kind of channel that is, says Curls. It would be really hard to argue in favor of them, right? Like, you would essentially have to argue incompetence and, like, a lot of ignorance to say that they, you know, didn't do some due diligence just to look into what type of content it is. Maybe they thought it was actually Mark Rober they were working with. Maybe that's the grand twist here, is that, like, they got suckered by the deepfake. They thought, oh, we found Mark's secret comedy channel. You know, nah. I mean, the fact that they're a competitor to his main thing, yeah, it seems pretty indefensible, right? By the way, after today's stream over on my Talkie channel, Xisuma says, we're publishing a new video. We published one the other day about Mumbo, Zedath and Efo, and talking about what creates success among these creators on YouTube. Today's video is going to be about Dream's face reveal, and there will be other videos on that channel in the future too. But it comes out after today's stream, so just remember that when we get to the end of the stream. Now I know why Cole's told me that. I completely lost track of time. But I can go a little longer today, so that's cool. We'll try and get this cactus farm finished. I mean, I think we're running out of space. Oh no, wait, this corner will be first. Yeah, we're probably going to build like 2 or 3 more things here, so why don't we crack on and do that. I hadn't looked at the timer. How many levels of farm are we aiming for here? As many as we can fit, which was what I was just sort of investigating. Coles says, for peeps here, Xisuma says it's worth subscribing, by the way. Yeah, absolutely. Subscribe. Help us grow. Do all that good stuff. Like the video, you know. I don't think it makes a massive difference if you hit the like button anymore, really. But, I mean, the main metric on YouTube is watching the whole video, basically. If people, like, if a bunch of people turn up and like the video and then tune out, that's probably not a good signal. If a bunch of people actually watch the whole video, I don't think much of the other stuff matters. Subscribing is always good though if you use your subscription feed. Yeah, the key metric is most of the time it's just going to be actual watch time, you know. So watch the whole video even if you hate it. Oh god. Oh god, why'd you have to say that? Do you know this, Xisuma says, Guy? You two sound awfully similar. Yeah, I know. We like almost got the same name as well. What a coincidence. Jeez. What are the chances of that? I also say things. Weird. Black Steel 53. Thank you so much for 16 months. How many months is the Evil X? It's at 60, I believe. Somewhere around there. Zoiza, thank you so much for some cheers and some biddies, saying thanks for making amazing videos and content, Xisuma. I appreciate what you do. Thank you so much for the support. I'm glad you enjoy them. It's been a pleasure making videos over the years, and we will continue to make them. In fact, new types of videos are kind of like what I'm excited about at the moment. Been really enjoying doing the old script writing. It's been a lot of fun. So up to this level we jump now. X, I'm curious, do you have any preferences for how people draw your persona? I do, but what I will say is that like my preferences are just things that I like and whatnot, and when people like fan art draw my avatar, like they put a bit of themselves into it too. So I don't really want to like tell you what I prefer. I appreciate all fan art. I think it's amazing that people put their like, you know, time and effort and passion into bringing the avatar to life in their own way. But I definitely have like styles and stuff that I'm more fond of and whatnot. But that just really speaks to me. I'm happy for anyone to like, you know, do what pleases them. And it's really fascinating to see that too, because it's like, it reminds you that everything's a bit like two-way. It's not just you, there's people watching too. Right, now I think, yeah, there you go. That's going to be our ceiling for this farm. So we ain't going much higher than that, basically. I'm not sure how many more layers that's actually going to be. Has X talked about his thoughts on the mob vote so far? I have done that. I have done that. We talked about that early on. How does this deepfake stuff feel for you now as a content creator, considering you've just talked about AI taking people's jobs some days ago? I don't fear it taking my job. If anything, I think like the AI is going to like enhance one's creativity. It's going to give you more tools to access different things like art. There's tools for art and asset creation and whatnot. The deepfake stuff like is an ethical thing. I mean, maybe there's a whole other way of looking at that too, and just saying like, should anyone be able to just take someone's identity and make content with it, right? I've built this bit of the farm a different way, and it's gonna make it a bit of a pain, like a literal pain, like a literal cactus pain. And the water keeps pushing me into the cactus. Let's break this one, and then that one. Oh, don't go down there. Just remembered another detail. I think there's a possibility that it can like swing out. Oh, if it does swing out, it will land in another water stream, so not an issue really. Never mind. So yeah, I don't really fear it at all. I can't help but feel like it feels like people's creativity is the thing that AI empowers generally. Like when we increase automation historically, it seems that it frees up people to have like more leisure time and more creative time. Like the creative spaces have grown in our society thanks to there being like less need for manual labor, or for manual labor type jobs to become more efficient. So I kind of see it like, I feel like what I do is part of what more people will be doing in the future, not less. And AI will probably complement this and help this get easier. Like what happens when like editing becomes done by an AI, right? Like it gives you more time to do the creating part. I mean, for some the editing is the creating part, but then you know, that would be your thing and you wouldn't use the AI, right? But generally everything just sort of changes and goes in a different direction with time, and that direction seems to like enable more creative and leisure type of passions and pursuits. So I just kind of feel like I fit into that basically. So if we put stone blocks there, then sand, cactus, like I could just go up to the surface and patch that, but we're building a cactus farm. I don't think we need one more layer, so I'm going to fill all of this in basically and say that's the project. Up to this height right here. How would you react if something like that would happen to you as it does now for Mark Rober and Nile Red? I would not be happy. Like if I saw like freshly generated Xisuma content, my voice, my avatar. I mean, it can be done because you can deepfake voices, and guess what? There's loads of me talking online. It'd be very easy to do. Not that I'm encouraging anyone to, but I would not be happy at all. Like it would like instinctively feel very like a violation. And that might be just a purely like initial emotional response. And if I were to think it through further, I think a lot of the things that I've said already would just sort of back up that reaction, really, that there's so much potential for harm, and I think someone should have the right for their likeness to be under their control, and not to have other people just use their likeness as they see fit. So I'm cool with like people clipping my content and, you know, making their own like little clips of it. Sure, I get what that's all about. But to then create original air quotes content, like deepfake content, putting words in my mouth, not cool at all. That would, to be honest, just freak me out a fair bit. Right, let's see where we are. We're in a hole. Made a hole, peeps. That's what I did today. I think it makes sense just to sort of dig along to there and then, oh, actually, just drop down here, really. Sort of fill it up behind myself as I go. So yeah, straight down is the game. Blue Bottle 77, thank you for 72 months in a row. Really appreciate it. Good to see you again. Thank you for the continued support. There is already some AI editing software available commercially. Yeah, this stuff is just like moving so fast in so many directions. Like, what happens when the deepfake stuff meets up with the, you know, the auto editing stuff, and then the auto publishing system? Like, at some point you might be able to give a system a prompt like we can do with this AI art stuff, and you can be like, you know, deepfake Mark Rober Xisuma video, and it just figures it all out. God, that'd be absolutely terrifying. That's the power that's coming our way. That's what all this stuff is about. Hey, we're being raided by the one, the only, the Music Man, the 1017. Good to see you, my dude. Hope you're doing well. You've raided us right as we basically reach the end of my stream today, as it goes, peeps. So there ain't much, too much entertainment going on over here. Now, I've got to remember that I put in most of that, let's say. Because I'm going to just stand AFK for a little bit. I mean, the king's not around. He won't know. He won't know that I've gone AFK. Just fill in a bit of this. But yeah, that's all we're doing today. We were just adventuring and then filling in this cactus farm. And now we've done that, so... it means that I've got to give y'all the heave-ho. I don't know why that expression just popped into my head. I don't think I've heard that in over a decade, the old heave-ho. Girls of Doom, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Music Man. Really appreciate you doing that. That's awesome. I haven't caught a message from you, my dude, in chat, but thank you so much. If you're off doing something, I understand. We're all busy. I've got to shoot off myself because reaching the end of my stream. I will be looking for someone to raid. So all the raiders that have just joined, be sure to hit that follow button. Let's go raid Scar. Is he on? Is he online? Oh, what am I clicking on? No, Scar's doing something else in Minecraft. I'll have to go see what that's all about. But yeah, big thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. As always, your support is appreciated. And big thanks to the mods, the patrons, the people gifting subs. I will be back again sometime soon with another stream, probably Saturday morning. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.